I have 2 words for ya. Super computer. No context. Just haven't said that in forever. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome to this Satisfactory update for video where we're gonna be going over like a million billion things. I have been asked so many questions on Twitter during my Monday to Friday streams, in the comments, just a million different things, and I needed to make a video just to address it all. So that's this video. We're gonna be going over like my thoughts, well, some in-depth thoughts about all the updates and changes. We're gonna talk about the engine update and the late game changes and what we're gonna be doing about that in our current Let's Play world, the plans for the big update and how we're gonna go about it, and also how I've been preparing. Because, oh boy, you have to prepare for this update. If you have a Satisfactory world, you have to prepare immediately. But we'll get talking about that later. First, remember to leave a like. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. So thank you in advance. So, changes to the game though. Most major things were addressed, I think, for the update. They might surprise us, considering like nuclear has been completely reworked in the game. They might add in like, you know, a nuclear bomb. They have nobelisks. They have nuclear things. 1 + 1 = boom? Maybe. I hope so. But yeah, I guess we'll talk about the nuclear stuff first. Nuclear fuel rod production is completely changed now. So in our Let's Play world, I've completely ripped out our old nuclear fuel rod production, and I guess we'll have to build it anew. So that kinda sucks, but also less refineries, you know? So that's always good. And I'm really looking forward to the new setup. Ton of new machines, because not only are we dealing with not just refineries, but blenders. There's a new plutonium kind of machine teased as well. Some kind of like purification chamber or something along those lines. And that should be pretty cool. I hope the process is as complicated though, because my favorite thing about nuclear stuff in Satisfactory already is that when you process the uranium, you get some sulfuric acid back. So like if you haven't tried nuclear stuff in Satisfactory, it's really wild because you put in an input and you get the same input out, and you have to do a lot of math fiddling with that to make it work out so you don't clog your system. Really complicated, but that kind of thing's my jam. So I am super looking forward to that. The nuclear waste being used for plutonium fuel? That's interesting. I don't know what to do about that. We made this giant storage bunker inside of our Let's Play world, and it was designed to put the waste in and forget about it, not to use it as a processing facility. So I really have no idea what to do. It's gonna be spooky. So we'll see what's up with that. Other changes include the blender. I think I mentioned this in the last Satisfactory Update 4 video, but anything to move us away from having to build refineries is good in my books. Pretty much my biggest gripe with Satisfactory is that refineries are used for everything in the late game. Everything. And it's a pain in the butt. So some sort of blender or anything else is like a godsend. So that's pretty cool. There's the zip lines, which could be used on power lines. So you have like the zip thing and you go down power lines. We're going to abuse the absolute ever-living out of that, because that looks fun AF, number 1. And number 2, I am 99% sure we could use a bounce pad to bounce off like, I don't know, the side of our base or a building, and then we could land on a grapple or a power line and then grapple to it. So we bounce off, fly through the air, grapple onto a power line, off we go onto the ground. So I'm hoping that's how it works and we can like negate fall damage, and then we can make like jungle gyms of going up and down and moving all around, and it would be so cool. So we'll see. Even if that's not included, dude, zip lines. Need I say more? It's gonna be great. The batteries are low-key my second favorite thing in this whole update. I am super hyped about the batteries. We had this as a big problem in our current Let's Play world where we ran out of power. And when you run out of power when you have a mega base, that's a mega problem. We did a bunch of cool things to try and like help us in those situations. Like we made this extra emergency bank of turbo fuel. We have like an entire circuit breaker room in our base so we can disconnect wires to repower everything if we need to. And that's awesome, but batteries are a much more convenient way to do that. So that's cool. I'm really excited for that. It makes me a little less worried moving into the late game and building some of our mega machines, because man, oh man, we're gonna be using a lot of power in the near future. And with our nuclear setup kind of being run down for at least the foreseeable future, yeah, batteries are a nice failsafe. Aside from that, my favorite thing is absolutely the resource wells. I mentioned this in the last video for sure, but just having more access to water in dry areas of the map, awesome. Nitrogen gas, awesome. Pretty much will be like a liquid, so it's like, it's cool, but whatever. We'll see what's up with that. And I think that is everything teased, aside from the engine update. Yeah, the engine update is going to be huge. Apparently it's gonna help with lag, but also it breaks all mods. So I use some light, like quality of life mods when I'm playing Satisfactory, but all those will be gone. You may have noticed the modded Satisfactory playthrough has abruptly stopped a few weeks ago now, and that's because I knew the mods were gonna be breaking soon, and I wanted to prepare for update 4 in our current Let's Play world. So that's going to be interesting. I hope my world doesn't get corrupted, or else that would be a disaster. So we'll see how that goes. Well, that kind of brings me to the biggest question. Am I starting a new world for update 4? And the answer is no. I really want to try my best and keep our existing playthrough world all the way until Satisfactory 1.0. That would be ideal. So we are just going to make changes. We're going to adjust things, destroy things, do whatever is necessary to keep the world from crashing or being corrupted or whatever. So yes, our nuclear setup, gone. Our alclad aluminum sheet stuff has to all get ripped out and go. And there's a few other changes that I've had to make to the Let's Play world. But yeah, I've been working towards this update by trying to reduce lag in the playthrough world by replacing, like, Mark 1 pipes with the Mark 2 pipes. That includes the nuclear setup, and oh boy, that's taken some time. And doing a few other things like power sharding all of the machines in the world so that we have less of them. Pretty simple solution there. And so far, it's been working all right. Just a lot of work. So it is what it is. Oh, and aside from that, also, everyone needs to do this to prepare for Satisfactory Update 4. If you have a base and say you're running on nuclear power, you gotta stockpile things. You gotta stockpile all the nuclear fuel rods you can, like dozens of like double bins or whatever you can do, as many as you can store. You also need to store all of your alclad sheets so you can make more Mark 5 belts. I know the aluminum process is getting completely reworked to make it simpler, meaning all of the aluminum processes that are already built are just out the window. Thus, you want to store as many alclad sheets as you possibly can, like just as many as you possibly can. So you can build the Mark 5 belts and keep on building when the update drops. Else you're gonna have a problem, huge problem. And I guess aside from that, supercomputers? Store them too. Pretty much all of the late game is getting completely reworked, so store all of your late game items. This is like mission critical. Do it as soon as you can. Now that's what I've been doing for the last couple months. So when the update hits, we're not gonna be impeded by at least that. Anyway though, the update is dropping on Tuesday, March 16th, and I am going to be uploading a video that day, of course, going over all of the changes with the update, so look out for that. I will be streaming that day as well over on Twitch for ever. Until I guess I fall asleep, I'm not sure. Also follow me on Twitch too. But then after that, we are just gonna continue playing Satisfactory for probably the next 2 weeks straight, maybe more. So Dyson Sphere program will be put to the side for just a moment. We're still gonna complete that game, don't you worry, but Satisfactory. I've only uploaded 2 videos of Satisfactory this year, and I need it. I need my supercomputers, brother. So that's gonna be the plan. Hope you don't mind. I'm sure you don't, but yeah. Well, that's gonna be the idea. Then after a few weeks, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. And with that, I think that concludes pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I hope that answered a lot of your questions. If you have more questions, ask me in the comments below. I'll try and respond to as many as possible. And again, remember to leave a like. But that's gonna be it for today. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.